Hey, welcome to another edition of Man 101. Now, as you guys know, I'm a landscape freak, and I'm embarrassed to tell you, as beautiful as my yard normally is, I got an issue with fungus this summer, and I have been struggling all summer long to get rid of it. And now, since it's the fall, I've decided it is time to aerate, to top dress my yard with a soil, sand, and clay buster mixture mixed in with some seed to really get this problem fixed for next spring. As you can see, my yard, for the most part, is absolutely gorgeous, but don't tell anybody about this. I'm gonna go take you to the issues at hand. I've been working all summer. This is a brown patch fungus that I got in my yard, and I tell you what, it has given me fits. So today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go see my guy, my buddy, Ryan Brown, owns a landscaping company, and we love to talk landscaping together, but when I have an issue, he's my go-to guy. He's the guy that helps me get through it. So I'm gonna go talk to him about the proper way to top dress and the proper way to get my yard back to what it normally is next spring. Come on with me, let's go. All right, time to go find my buddy Ryan Brown. Now, Ryan owns a landscaping company and he does a ton of work. And for the last, I don't know, 8-9 years, I've known him. I do all my own stuff, but there are some things, even though I consider myself an expert, that I like to bounce off of Ryan because he's been doing it for 23 years. So I'm gonna go find him in the neighborhood. I'm not sure exactly how to get a hold of him, but I always see him in the neighborhood and I know he's around here somewhere. So let me drive around, find my boy Ryan, and ask him about overseeding and the proper way to go about this. I have an idea, I know how to do it, but I need some help, and I no longer have a truck. So I need some help with the soil, and I need to bring an aerator over because I don't own one of those either. So let's go find Ryan. I saw my boy Ryan's truck at a development in our neighborhood, some model homes, doing some landscaping work. So let me go see if he's still over there. I saw him there yesterday, so I'm assuming he's doing work for the next couple of days over there. So let's go see if we can find him. As you can see, they're repaving some streets in the neighborhood right now. So we got some construction going on here, but I know I saw Ryan's truck over here just the other day. Nope, there it is right there. And there's Ryan working on a sprinkler system, it looks like. Man, I need some help. Trying to figure out, my lawn has got some spots. I'm sure you've driven by it, man. I got a fungus.
You never have a lawn spot in your lawn, man. It always looks great, dude.
Well, you know what's driving me crazy. So I've got this spot, a couple spots in my lawn, and it's a fungus issue that I'm having, okay?
Okay.
And so I've been working on it. I've spread anti-fungus on it like 3 or 4 times. And what I'm thinking about doing is top dressing my lawn with like a soil, maybe a clay buster mixture with some
idea.
sand,
Yeah.
some seed in there.
Change that composition a little bit, right?
Right, I want to change the composition of the soil. My lawn's been down for 17 years, and I just, like this summer, man, it just jumped on me a little bit. So I want to change the composition of the soil. I need
TLC, huh?
Yeah, I need some help. So I don't know if you've got, I know you have the aerator. I don't know if you have time, maybe tomorrow after my radio show, to swing by.
Swing by, and then we'll take a look at it, and like maybe mix you up a formula, you know, make my ingredients, and we'll get you going. Foot or so, the whole thing, but you want to work on those problem areas?
Yeah, they're working on the problem areas.
Okay.
All right.
Do it, man.
Tomorrow after my radio show?
Absolutely.
All right,
man.
I'll see you at the
10:30
house.
or so. Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
Later, man. See ya.
Later. Championship. What's going on, brother man?
Problems, huh?
Yeah.
What do you got going on?
Okay, let me show you what I got going on.
All right.
There's a couple places I want to change the soil composition. Right down here,
Okay.
all the roots from these aspen trees, Ryan,
Sucking it all up.
sucking it all up, and you can just feel the changes in kind of elevation and all the root damage I have to the grass down in here. You can
Right.
you can just kind of see it. So I'd like
starting to get strawy, isn't it?
Right, I'd like to get the soil composition changed here, but this is what I was telling you about, man. This has given me problem for about a month and a half now, and I have treated it with anti-fungus stuff, and you can just see,
Just stressed out part of the yard, huh?
right, and here, you know, it's ugly. So I want to aerate, I want to do some top dressing stuff. So anyhow, what do you got for me? Show me what you got.
Well, what we can do here is we'll get her aerated. Make sure when you aerate or you have somebody else come and aerate, you don't want to transfer funguses. This is a dry patch, summer patch. So this is basically not enough water on this soil. It's just running off. It's not going in. So we want to change that composition. But with the aerating, make sure you clean those tines out because there's a fungus called NRS, necrotic ring spot. It's a soil-based fungus and it definitely gets transferred. So make sure first that you get that aerator cleaned out. Second of all, we'll aerate it really good, a lot of nice plugs. We're gonna get a really good soil compost seed mixture with a clay buster. Now, what this clay buster does, 2 prime ingredients. It's got gypsum, which is calcium deposits, breaks down the soil. Also, pumice. Pumice is a volcanic rock that is porous, breaks down the soil as well. We want it kind of fluffy, so we get those seeds and those roots really going in. So check out what I got here.
All right, my man, I knew my man would take care of me.
So let's get this out of here. So what we got going on here is our mixture of compost, seed, soil, clay buster. When we get this in the wheelbarrow, we'll add our seed in there and we'll be good to go. We'll have a nice top dressing that goes down in there, fills all those aeration holes and really loosens that soil up so we can get that seed growing and make the struggling areas not struggle anymore.
All right, as you can see, we got the aerator right there. Tell me what you're gonna do now, Ryan.
So what I want to do is I want to flag this section off. We have so much material. I don't want the material getting wasted over here. I want to focus primarily on this one area. So we get the aerator, we mark this off kind of in our areas that we want to go, so we're not wasting our material.
Okay.
So we want to utilize it to our advantage here. Another reason for this is if you have this marked off, it may keep people off of it, walking on it, trampling all the new seed and everything else. So we'll mark this off, little rectangle. We'll get to work on aerating it.
Now, do you usually, I know you know where the sprinkler system is, but normally for homeowners, it's a good idea to locate your sprinkler heads, right? And to mark those off too so you don't accidentally hit one.
It is, and a lot of aerators do have soft tines, so they're forgiving. So most of the time you won't hit. I think I've hit maybe 2 in 20 years.
Okay.
So rolling the dice. But you know, when I hit fixed,
but most homeowners aren't the professional that you are.
Well, that's why I'm here to help.
Right, exactly. All right, let's roll.
I really want to get a lot of holes in here. I want to aerify the lawn. The more we got, the more it's going to loosen it up, and the more our top dressing is going to actually sit in the soil and the holes that we're putting in the ground.
So the more likely you are to change the actual composition of the soil.
Absolutely. Because we're pulling all these core plugs up out of here. We're going to fill that in with our new soil, our new top dressing.
Now those plugs you just leave sitting on top of the lawn, right? They just kind of regenerate into the soil.
Yep, they've got natural fertilizer in them, so just let them decompose. We're going to get our mixture that's already mixed up, our soil, our compost, our sand, and our clay buster. I don't have the seed in quite yet, and I'm going to do that afterwards. I just didn't want it to start germinating in the back of my truck when I was driving over here.
Right.
Which it probably won't, but safe and sorry.
Okay,
so we're going to add our seed mixture in here. We're going to go with a rye, half bluegrass. The reason for the rye is it's not susceptible to NRS. Bluegrass, however, is. So this bag will do about 1,000 square foot. So we have way more seed than what we need. And just give it a good mixture. So it's consistent throughout.
How long does it normally take for seed to germinate this time of year, kind of mid-early fall?
Funny you should ask that. Right now is the best time, this in spring. If we aerate too much in the summer, it will dry our soil out. Fall and spring is perfect because the weather is cool. And to answer your question, you're about 2 weeks. So in about 2 weeks, you're gonna see all this stuff just growing up. As long as we get water on it frequently, not 45 minutes, twice, 2 times a week, but we wanna go frequently. 5-7 minutes twice a day. That way we don't have anything running off and we have it going down into our holes.
All right.
And this is why I flagged it off as well. We know a starting point and an ending point, okay?
I can't let you do all the work here because that makes it look like, that
I'm
we're not.
okay with that. I need to go get a rake anyway.
All right, good. This is nice. This has got a lot of, you see the soil, but you can also see the sand mixed in here with the seed.
Right.
It's gonna fall into these holes. There's a light enough mixture, if you will, to where it's not all gonna sit on top of the grass. It's actually gonna do what it was intended to do.
Right, exactly.
Which is to get in those holes and to actually down deep, change the composition of this soil.
So I'm using the blade under the rake. That way I don't get a bunch of thatch, pulling a bunch of stuff I don't want. This gives me a nice, even coating over all the lumps that are in the yard and the holes as well. So we get a nice, good layer, plugging it in. It's gonna help those high and low spots as well.
All right, Ryan. All said and done, materials, what do this cost? With the soil, the clay buster, the sand, and the seed mixture.
You're right at about 80, 90 bucks for everything that you see here. You'd have to rent an aerator.
Now, what would that cost a guy?
Aerator, you only need that for about 4 hours, so that's the minimum that they'll do. So you're probably looking at about 50 bucks. So about 150 bucks is what I'm thinking. Take care of this
140,
project.
150
Yeah.
bucks. Now, if I were a paying customer, which clearly I am not, what would this cost me?
It'd probably be around 250, 275.
Okay, so we
So-
just saved, what, a couple $100 bucks,
Right.
150 bucks?
Right. And the guys that like to do it themselves, the guys and gals, it's great. Get out there, get outside,
Yeah.
decompress, get some yard work done.
People, it's not that hard. All you gotta do is get out there and be willing to
You
grind.
might sweat a little, but that's all right.
Man 101, you're welcome.
There we go.